Be advised, West is back 10-3 at Century Street for possible 1034 offender in custody. 4955 Century Street.
Can you come down to the building and take custody of the prisoner? Victor 1, I need 4 marked units to building 3.
What you just heard was live audio from the arrest of the suspect wanted in the murder of an Alabama A&M student. That's where we start. I'm Kenesha Dees. That arrest comes after a massive manhunt involving multiple law enforcement agencies. HPD says they were called to the area of Jordan Road and Shields Road around 10:30 this morning after receiving information that a suspect wanted in connection with the murder on Julia Street was in the area. Investigators have identified the suspect as 20-year-old Ahmaud Barney. Police say he was last seen wearing a black hoodie and black sweatpants and is considered armed and dangerous. Barney is wanted in connection with the murder of 19-year-old Alabama A&M University student Nadia Perkins, who was shot and killed Wednesday morning at the Candlewood Apartments. Fox 54's Valentina Chalala now joins us live. She's near the area where officers spent hours searching earlier today. Valentina, how did investigators eventually track the suspect down?
For much of the afternoon, officers flooded the area of Jordan Road and Shields Road after learning the dangerous suspect may have been hiding in the woods. Police used canines, drones, and multiple units to search the area in an attempt to pinpoint his exact location. Police say Barney ran away, prompting officers to set up a large perimeter in the area. As a precaution, several Madison County schools were placed on secure status while officers worked to locate the suspect. Sergeant Chris Jackson says hot temperatures made it difficult for drones using thermal technology to pick up a clear signal.
The drones were very effective. The most effective thing that they are is they can give you good indications that he's not in a large area, so that you're able to narrow it down. It's actually a perfect example of when law enforcement, the partnership between law enforcement and the community. The tip that gave us, we got a 911 call after asking the community, giving his name, giving his photo, and urging those that know of his location to call 911. A tip came in alerting us of that location.
Jackson says Barney and the victim were believed to have been in a domestic relationship. A tip later led police officers to a home right here on Century Street, where he was then taken into custody just after 2 o'clock this afternoon without incident. Barney now faces a murder charge in connection with Nadia Perkins' death, and investigators are still continuing to work to find out exactly what led up to the shooting. Live in Huntsville, I'm Valentina Chalala, Fox 54 News.
Thank you, Valentina. Huntsville police say they appreciate the help they received from partner agencies and community members who provided information during the search. We'll keep you updated as we learn more about Barney and his connection with Perkins. Well, let's take a look. A beautiful day out. Look above, 70s across the area. You can see those heavy clouds, though. Don't be fooled. Those gray clouds are bringing in lots of rain into the Tennessee Valley tomorrow. Calm and quiet weather won't last long. Let's bring in Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, we have a Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert.
Yeah, we are certainly talking about a Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert day as we head into your Saturday. I know the timing there could not be any less perfect. We've had a beautiful week across the area, but everybody's had work. The kids have had school. Now we get into the weekend. And we're talking about thunderstorms. Maybe a couple of light rain showers this evening in Lawrence County, maybe a couple of light showers beginning to develop there in Limestone County. We're going to continue to see the potential for a little bit of rain maybe over the next hour or so, but that chance of rain is going to drop somewhat significantly over the next 45 minutes or an hour. And then from there, radar should stay nice and quiet through the rest of the evening. And then as we head into the overnight, off to the west we go. That's where we're going to turn our attention. There's a cold front back off to the west, kind of draped across the state of Oklahoma, back across different portions of Texas. That cold front is going to push its way through to the east as we head into the overnight, and then early into your Saturday morning. It is going to bring the potential for some strong or marginally severe thunderstorms to the Tennessee Valley. That's why we've got our Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert Day. Biggest concern there, definitely going to be the threat for some gusty winds and a little bit of hail. We'll talk about it in great detail here in just a couple of minutes.
We've learned Muscle Shoals High School launched a safety investigation this morning after a student found a bullet in the gym locker room. School officials say the student discovered the round on the floor and immediately turned it over to a teacher. The school then activated its Secure the Perimeter safety protocol around 10 a.m. while administrators and the school resource officer investigated. The protocol was lifted about 20 minutes later. School leaders say they're now working to find out how the ammunition ended up in the locker room. A person was airlifted after a crash on I-65 in Limestone County early this morning. What you see here are images from that scene. According to Air Evac Live Team, its Athens-based helicopter responded to the wreck and flew someone to the hospital. Several agencies worked together during the response, including Huntsville Fire and Rescue, the Limestone County Sheriff's Office, Piney Chapel Fire Department, and Athens Limestone Hospital EMS. No word yet on how many people were injured or how many vehicles were involved. 2 firefighters injured and 1 dead, we've learned, after a house fire in Lacey Spring. The Morgan County Sheriff's Office says deputies and emergency crews responded to a home on Indigo Lane. During the fire, 2 firefighters were struck by falling bricks after part of a wall collapsed. Their injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. Officials later found 1 person dead inside the home. The victim has not yet been identified. Sheffield Mayor Brian Van Devender is back from Vanderbilt Hospital after suffering a brain aneurysm just last month. It started as a stage 5 aneurysm, the worst it can get, but within 48 hours, he was at stage 0. Since then, he's had a full recovery, something Van Devender calls a series of miracles. Fox 54 got the chance to speak with him today, and he says he'll be back in the saddle on March 16th. Take a listen.
It's overwhelming because it's almost like it's not deserved, but the fact that that I'm still here is reassuring and humbling, very humbling. That apparently my work's not done yet.
Wow, what a miracle. Well, Van Devender says he plans to start work in the city as soon as he's back, and his biggest goals include a total cleanup of the city of Sheffield. If you live in Athens, don't put your recycling bins out this week. Curbside recycling has been temporarily suspended. The city says an equipment failure at the Decatur recycling facility is preventing materials from being processed. For now, residents can place recycling in with their regular trash or take items to the Limestone County Recycling Center on North Jefferson Street. The city says it will share updates as more information becomes available. A major milestone for a Huntsville road project, the final bridge girder now in place on the Masson Lake overpass. Yesterday, crews used cranes to lift the massive beams into place on the south span of the new overpass at Masson Lake Road and North Memorial Parkway. Here's a look at crews placing that final beam or that final girder. AlDOT says the last beam was set into place around 12:20 a.m., completing this phase of the $34 million project to extend the Parkway main line. The agency is thanking drivers for their patience during the late-night traffic stoppages. Alabama lawmakers are trying to end a months-long battle over the state's internet sales tax. Lawmakers now considering Senate Bill 347, which would change how internet sales tax money is distributed to cities and schools. Last year, several of Alabama's largest cities and school systems sued the state, including Madison, claiming online retailers were paying a lower tax rate instead of local rates that would have brought more money to their communities. Last month, those cities dropped the lawsuit to start negotiating with state leaders. This new bill would also update how often population numbers are used to divide the tax money, moving from every 10 years to every 5. The Alabama House has passed a bill requiring all commercial drivers to prove they speak English. House Bill 242 requires all commercial drivers in the state to demonstrate English proficiency and provide valid entry documentation if their commercial driver's license was issued outside the U.S. The bill also states if a driver isn't proficient in English, both the driver and the truck operator could be fined. The bill will now go to the Governor Ivey's desk. If signed, the bill will go into effect October 1st.
I know that no one's going to be able to replace Dr. Jones just immediately and do the same thing.
UNA students weigh in on the search for a new band director. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo takes us to Florence with an update from the university. EMA preps underway in Morgan County for Rock the South, and we learn just how. Stay with us. A search for a new band director underway at the University of North Alabama after the former director, Dr. Lloyd Jones, retired after being placed on leave by the university. You may remember the scene on your screen right here from back in January. Students in the band program took to protesting the departure of their beloved director, who took them all the way to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us the latest.
The University of North Alabama could be getting a new band director this semester, and they're scheduling interviews with new candidates as we speak. UNA placed its longtime director, Dr. Lloyd Jones, on leave back in January as part of what they called a retirement decision. And at the time, many students were upset, saying they wouldn't play for anyone else. But rehearsals and concerts are still taking place, with UNA saying it's business as usual for the band program. As part of that business, UNA is interviewing 3 new candidates next week, and students say they'll be involved with the process. Candidates will come to the practice room for question and answer sessions with the band during rehearsals. Students are saying they're, quote, cautiously optimistic about a new director, but they say a lot of the tension has subsided since Dr. Jones's departure in January.
I think a new director can be very exciting, but it also depends on, I don't know who else applying. I don't know if anyone, I know that no one's going to be able to replace Dr. Jones just immediately and do the same thing, but I'm hopeful that someone new can bring some fresh change and breathe some life into the UNA band program. I'm expecting just to get a feel for each interviewee and what is their idea behind where do they want the band to go.
It's still unclear what a new director might change or want to keep in place, but students here say they're just excited for a new face in the band room. In Florence, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
Yes, Caleb, it's also unclear when the university might make their decision about a new band director, but it's amazing how quickly things shift, because I remember last fall when I had a chance to talk with him leading up to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I wouldn't have known that would have been my last time talking with him as band director, but it seems like the students are adjusting to the change.
It seems like it, from what I gathered today at least. I mean, back in January when we covered this, there was a lot more anxiety about the future. There was a lot more anger toward, what's the university going to do? What are we going to do next? How are my scholarships going to look? Things like that. But I guess as the month has moved on from January into February and now at the start of March here, it seems like they've toned it down a little bit. They've relaxed and they've said, okay, we're kind of looking forward to, some fresh blood in there, I guess.
They even seem excited. I mean, I've heard them use the word excited.
Yes.
So what a change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll continue to follow up on that development.
We will.
Thank you so much, Caleb.
Thank you.
Coming up, Morgan County MA says it's ready to take on the River City's biggest music fest yet. A look and a listen on how the fest is prepping. In the meantime, Jordan, we're keeping our eyes on weather ahead of tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday going to be a Fox 54 weather impact alert day. A cold front currently back off to the west is going to bring a line of showers and thunderstorms through our neck of the woods. We'll talk about exactly when and what we're talking about here in just a couple of minutes. Did you know that you can get weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus? Here's how. Go to Fox 54 Plus on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or Samsung. Once you're on the main screen, push the down arrow and click on the Fox 54 Plus Weather Impact 24/7 block. Here, you'll find radar, current temperatures and conditions, traffic cams, forecasts, and more, all available on demand. Want to get back to the main channel? Just push the down arrow and click on the 24/7 stream button. It's your weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Start streaming today.
Morgan County is getting ready to get rocked in just a few months, and the county is preparing to welcome thousands to the region for Rock the South. The Morgan County Emergency Management Agency met with other local agencies this week for planning ahead of the music festival. Director Jonathan Warner says they've been in contact with partners in Coleman County, where the festival used to be held, to make sure they can plan for a safe weekend.
Some of the things that I've taken to heart is just make sure that you have enough resources on scene, and plan for everything, right? We're not just planning for an event and a music concert. Okay, we're planning for making that event happen from the public safety side.
Rock the South is June 11th through the 13th with stars Zach Top, Jason Aldean, Big X The Plug, and Riley Green headlining.
With your certified most accurate forecast, this is a Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert.
Oh, ominous. After a beautiful week of weather, clouds like these are starting to settle in across the Tennessee Valley this evening, and it looks like they'll be sticking around. Jordan, yeah, we're bracing for Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert Day.
Yeah, unfortunately, the timing could not possibly be any less perfect. I know we're heading into the weekend, but I was thinking about this earlier. If it's going to be during the weekend, at least it's this weekend and not next weekend.
Next weekend is St. Patty's.
Yeah,
yes.
and St. Patty's Day, I think, is on like a Tuesday this year. So I would imagine most of the festivities will be during the weekend.
During the weekend, okay.
So we'll take what we can get. We'll deal with what we've got to deal with. And we'll talk about what I told Kenesha I call earlier a little dress rehearsal to the spring severe weather season, if you will. This is not going to be the biggest severe weather event to ever occur across the Tennessee Valley. And that is, of course, okay for a multitude of reasons. But one of those reasons is we're just beginning to get into our spring severe weather season. And so it's just kind of good to get all of our severe weather facts and things brought to the front of our brain as we prepare to eventually get later into the month of March, April, and then through the month of May. Maybe picking up on just a couple of light showers this evening. That's about all we're talking about. Most of us are going to stay dry through the rest of the evening, and then as we head into the overnight, our focus is going to turn back off to the west. There's a cold front kind of draped across Oklahoma and portions of Texas. Strong and severe showers and thunderstorms out ahead of that cold front. That activity is what we're going to be talking about across the Tennessee Valley as we head into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. That's why we're talking about the Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert Day, kind of during this 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. time frame, where we're going to be talking about some pockets of heavier rain, gusty winds, the potential for a little bit of hail. What do you need to do right now? Pay attention, of course. If you don't have the Fox 54 app downloaded, you should download that. If you don't follow me on social media, you should definitely do that. I'll have lots of updates there through the evening, and then especially as we head into Saturday morning, my Facebook page is Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Biggest concern is going to be the threat for a little bit of heavy rain, which could lead to some localized flash flooding. I think that's the secondary concern as we head into your Saturday. Our primary concern is definitely going to be the concern for some sizable hail and then some stronger wind gusts in excess of 50 or 60 miles per hour. A wind gust of that magnitude can definitely do some damage. Now, the tornado threat is incredibly low, incredibly low. But at the same time, it is early March, so we're kind of getting to that period of the year, and you know this, if you've lived here long enough, we're getting to that period of the year where any strong thunderstorm potential is going to come with some sort of a low-end tornado threat. Now, there is also a chance that this threat for severe weather may not come to fruition. If the line does manage to slow down and arrives later into the Tennessee Valley, say we get to the middle and later part of the evening and we're only just beginning to see showers and thunderstorms enter northwest Alabama, then the threat for strong and severe thunderstorms is going to drop significantly. Here's Futurecast. As we head into the early part of the afternoon, many of us are dry. 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, now we're talking about showers and thunderstorms entering northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin counties, and that's where I anticipate activity is going to pack the biggest punch. The gusty winds, the hail, and that incredibly low-end threat for a brief spin-up tornado. Look what's going to happen as this line of showers and thunderstorms pushes its way to the east. It's going to break up and become incredibly disorganized. So once we get east to I-65, we're still going to get some stronger thunderstorms across northeast Alabama. Sure, some gustier winds and some thunder and lightning, but the overall threat for severe weather is going to drop as the line pushes its way to the east. By the time we get to the later part of the evening, we're just talking about some heavier rain across the area. That rain is going to linger as we head into the overnight and then through the earliest hours of your Sunday morning. Maybe we get a couple of rumbles of thunder thrown in here, but the overall threat for any sort of thunderstorms is going to diminish somewhat quickly. 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, some of us are dry, some of us going to to need the umbrella as we head out the door for Sunday services and Sunday breakfast. From there, Futurecast keeps us dry through Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and then even keeps us dry as we head into the overnight and then early into Monday morning through the early part of Monday afternoon. Temperatures currently sitting in the lower 70s. For the most part, a beautiful Friday evening. Take advantage of it if you are going to be going out for dinner. A quiet night, temperatures drop into the lower 60s. I've got a low temperature right around 63 degrees. Have a good look at the next 7 days. Look at that, 77 degrees, still warming up on Saturday, 73 on Sunday. All of this activity is associated with a cold front, but temperatures aren't really going to drop behind the cold front. We head into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, 75, 78, 79. As a matter of fact, temperatures are only going to climb. Now, we do get brought back to reality by the time we get to Thursday and Friday of next week. Still not going to be cold, but brought back to the reality that it is early March.
It's officially the weekend, and with rain in the forecast, as Jordan mentioned, we've got some great indoor options to keep you busy. First up, Coleman Community Theater is presenting Matilda the musical at Coleman High School tomorrow. Tickets are $15 and children 3 and under get in for free. Next up, beginners can try hockey for free at the Huntsville Ice Sports Center tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's a safe, supportive environment for anyone stepping into the ice for the first time. Last up, Flow Huntsville Trampoline Park is offering a sensory-friendly experience tomorrow morning from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Tickets are $23. As always, if none of this is your style, go to fox54.com for a full list of this weekend's happenings.
A trio of teams from the Sand Mountain region played for Blue Maps today in Birmingham at the BJCC. We've got highlights from the state basketball championships next in sports.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush. Fast-paced news updates featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app. Available on Android and iOS devices. Streaming 24/7.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Time now for your look at sports. A total of 6 teams from the Tennessee Valley are playing for state championships this weekend in the Magic City. 3 of those teams are playing today. Up first were the Bison of North Sand Mountain. They took on Cold Springs in the 2A girls title game. Let's go to the 4th quarter. Bison up by double digits until Holland Brewer puts this up for 3, connects from the corner. North Sand Mountain's lead is down to 8. But they would not be phased at all. Take a look. Kaden Reyes blows by the entire Cold Springs defense, scores 2 of her game-high 15 points, buffs back up by double digits. Then with time winding down, Abby Schaefer puts the game on ice with the bucket in the paint, and they will be celebrating in Higdon, Alabama tonight. North Sand Mountain beats Cold Springs, final score 41-28. They win the girls' Class 2A title game.
I'm at loss for words for this. I think this is the first state championship for our girls basketball program. I think they've been here 3 times. Just super proud of our kids, of our community, and from the buy-in from everybody from the top to the bottom. God is good. I'm blessed. I'm thankful.
Section won the boys class 2A title, beating Lafayette 54-42. We'll have highlights tonight on Fox 54. Moving up to college basketball now, we've got more honors for the Alabama A&M Lady Bulldogs. Dawn Thornton was named the SWAC Women's Basketball Coach of the Year by the league today. This season, Thornton has led the Lady Bulldogs to 21 wins, which includes their current streak of 17 straight. The streak is the longest in A&M's Division I era. Under Thornton, the Lady Bulldogs are ranked 12th nationally in scoring defense. Alabama A&M not only has the top coach now, they also got the top player. The league also announced that Kayla Walker is the SWAC Women's Player of the Year. The senior from Arkansas averaged 14 points while shooting 40% from the field. She was also one of the best free throw shooters in the league at 84%. We also want to congratulate Moses Davenport for the women and Contavious Dozier for the A&M men for earning all SWAC second team honors. That does it for sports. I'm Gabe Glassman.
Thank you, Gabe. Coming up tonight on Fox 54 News after the World Baseball Classic, more on what led up to the arrest of the suspected killer of an Alabama A&M University student. And community members are currently voicing their opinions on a major healthcare shakeup in the Tennessee Valley. We'll have their thoughts. A new bill filed in the Alabama legislature aimed at resolving a months-long battle over the state's internet sales tax. We'll have this story and more coming up tonight on Fox 54 News at 9. Before we let you go, check this out. Less than a week after celebrating International Polar Bear Day, the Memphis Zoo shared a video of their polar bear, Coda, happily playing with an oversized novelty pickle inside his enclosure. This is kind of cute. Zoos often provide toys and other playthings for their animals as enrichment activities, and clearly, Coda thinks this one is a pretty big deal and is relishing the moment. I love the puns, and I love that the polar bear Coda is enjoying his toy.
I like that he's keeping it kosher with his toy. I was very proud of that. Normally I'm not overly punny, and the fact that I was able to come up with that makes me very proud of myself. You literally do not understand.
I really love, I really relish that. I really do. I like that. But I'm still stuck on the fact that there's like a polar bear in Memphis.
I know, isn't that cool? Zoos are cool. We can
no pun intended? So you didn't even try?
I didn't even try that one.
Try.
I am on a roll this Friday. Quick look at the weather. We have our Fox 54 weather impact alert day as we head into Saturday during the important time of the day, 12 p.m. to 10